Hey guys, I'm Ree of Coffee and Cream Talk, here to give you your daily dose of caffeinated commentary. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Want your next daily dose of caffeinated commentary? Then make sure you follow and subscribe to Coffee and Cream Talk on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Coffee Cream Talk on all platforms. And don't forget to go to coffeeandcreamtalk.com to join our mailing list so that you'll be getting the latest updates and lots of fun things delivered right to your inbox. Now, we've also got that very special announcement that I've been reminding you about. This is just a quick FYI that soon you'll be able to subscribe to Coffee and Cream Talk on our Facebook page. So, if you're a fan of this channel, you find the tips useful and helpful, you enjoy the content, the unfiltered commentary, and the discussion among like minded individuals, then you'll now be able to support the Facebook page and receive bonus content that's only available to subscribers, as well as a few other perks. So, make sure that you're on the lookout for that Facebook subscribe button and sign up once you see it. Now, Halle Bailey and DDG, WXYZ, if you will, have called it quits, and that's that YouTube rapper and with the Little Mermaid. So he announced it via social media that they are no longer together. All right, and there's been these accusations that people have been celebrating, Hallie's fans especially, that they've been celebrating the fact that they are no longer together. But I think more than people celebrating, there are so many of us who knew this relationship would not last in the first place. So it's kind of one of those things. I know people are just like, oh, I told you so, I told you so. But it's not necessarily I told you so. It is more of, people tried to tell this young lady who was, a black mermaid, black Disney princess, that aligning yourself with this guy was not going to be a good move and going to work out in the long run because that's just typically how that stuff works. Um, and this is why I truly do not understand why so many young girls and young women believe that any woman over the age of 35 is jealous of them. It's like older women try to give young women advice, and then young women just reject it. And this idea that we're all so jealous. That is not the case. So many older women, many who knew from life experience, right? They told this young girl, and they told Kiki Palmer, who did the same thing, that playing house and creating forever families with these boys who are not your husbands would leave you as a baby mama, right? And that's the thing. That's exactly what happened. Hallie Starr was on the rise. She ends up getting pregnant by this rapper dude. Okay. Kiki Starr's on the rise. She ends up getting pregnant by, I guess he's supposed to be some kind of actor. Whatever. This is not going to work. You do this and it's already, people are, it's already bad enough when you're, that young and you get married and you start having kids. Okay? But when people get married, you can't expect them to not have kids. That's what married people do. They make a family. But when you are not even married, you do not even have a husband, and you're out here creating families and then thinking that somehow this is going to be just as good as actually being married, or that somehow once we have the baby, then we'll get married. Like, it just doesn't work out like that for most people. Okay. Um, and so this idea that older women are telling younger women to, stay away from this kind of stuff, and then the young women just assume that they're jealous, that's is just simply not the case. Um, I'm not quite sure why so many young girls just immediately dismiss all these warnings from older women as if all older women are just bitter and jealous and unhappy. And it's just not true. It is just not the case. Hallie's rapper baby daddy literally made a song where he talked about ideas of purposely sabotaging her budding career because he was jealous. If that is not a red flag, I don't know what is. He's literally telling you. It's kind of like Donald Trump literally telling you what all he plans to do, and then he does it. And then people are like, I can't believe he did it. Same thing with this rapper kid. He said, he's going to sabotage. Well, what better way to sabotage somebody's young career than get them knocked up, right? Okay. Because now you've got to slow down because you have a child to think about. I don't think anything with him is slowed down, but it's certainly slowed down with her and with Kiki. Like, you know, and even if you say, well, they're both still doing stuff, they are, but you have a child to think about now, and you're going to have a child to think about for the rest of your life. And you have a child with someone who is not your husband, who was not the best fit for you, where there were multiple red flags for both of these young ladies. Um, so, what do you do with that? As far as Halle goes, that rapper guy that she's with, he didn't like her being around decent men, right? And he especially didn't like her spending time with her Little Maid co-star. We know that. I mean, that's what the lyrics in his little song said. And if you're unfamiliar, remember that cute guy in the Little Mermaid, nice British accent. He always spoke so highly of Halle, and they're holding hands on the red carpet and, laughing and having good times and all this stuff, just really easy and relaxed. He didn't like that, the rapper guy. So there was nothing about this DDG kid that implied that he was a good guy who cared immensely for Halle. There was nothing about the DDG guy that ever implied he was proud of Halle's major breakout role as a Disney princess. Dude was just simply jealous of her the entire time. The same way that we know Keke Palmer's baby daddy was jealous of her too. All right. So I think at this point, Black people, especially, okay, Black people really need to do a serious, serious, serious deep dive into their strongly held belief that there is nothing wrong with creating all of these broken families. Okay? Because Black people, there's a lot of Black people. I'll even go, the majority of Black people don't see anything wrong with this, creating these families that are broken. And folks are out here really trying to say that because their relationship ended, that now the family is broken. No, that's a lie. The family was never whole because he didn't marry her. So when you don't get married, when you don't create children inside of a marriage, you're already creating a broken family. Okay. He never intended to marry her, though I'm sure Halle, right, was like most young Black girls when they get pregnant. And I'm sure she hoped that after the birth of her child, he'd eventually come to see that she was indeed worthy of being a wife, right? Because you got to now show your worth for being a wife. Okay. So just to break this down even further, so basically anybody can be a baby mama, but you've got to earn the privilege of being a wife. Okay. So yeah, go out and have my kids, but I don't have to marry you because you got to show me that you're worth that. Did you see how delusional all of this is? You have to. You have to. If you're Black and you say you don't see this, you're lying to yourself because you know that these Black dudes are not trying to marry these people because they knock up too many people. So they're not even trying to get married. And you're a young Black girl thinking, oh, okay, well, that's okay. At some point we will. Look at all these Black women who have had all these kids and they are at, once again, like I say, older women live through this and they're like, yeah, they thought the same thing too at that age. And it doesn't happen. So you have to look back and say, this is actually work. But once again, older women are supposed to be jealous of all this extreme foolishness. We're really supposed to be jealous of all this. It doesn't work like that. You gotta be kidding me. So I don't know what's next for Halle, but unfortunately, she will now be tied to that DDG dude forever. But that is the choice that they made together, right? And now they'll have to deal with that forever. So choose well, choose wisely, be smart, young women, be smart. And older women too, because you don't have to, I mean, you shouldn't settle for anybody at any point in your life, right? There's no point. Okay. So always choose well, choose wisely, be smart. You've now seen the pictures of Halle Bailey and DDG. You've heard what I think. Now tell me your thoughts below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Want your next daily dose of caffeinated commentary? Then make sure you follow and subscribe to Coffee and Cream Talk on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Coffee Cream Talk on all platforms. And don't forget to go to coffeeandcreamtalk.com to join our mailing list so that you can get all the latest updates and lots of fun things delivered to your inbox. Also, remember our very special announcement that I mentioned earlier. Soon you'll be able to subscribe to the Coffee and Cream Talk on our Facebook page. And if you're a fan of this channel, you find the tips useful and helpful, you enjoy the content, the unfiltered commentary, and the discussion among like minded individuals, then you'll now be able to support the Facebook page and receive bonus content that's only available to subscribers, as well as a few other perks. So make sure that you're on the lookout for that Facebook subscribe button and sign up once you see it. See you next time.